Hey guys, Dr. ShdwPuppet here. I'm sitting down with eXtv and Visitor from team Stay Classy. 2 days ago, Stay Classy took on #1 seed Avoided, and in what might be the biggest upset of ESEA Season 9, defeated them 5-1 on CP Gullywash. It was an incredible match, and I gotta say, you guys are shaping up to be one of the best teams I've ever seen playing Intermediate. So, how's it going, Equals?
ShdwPuppet, it's going fine. I think I might add a doctor to my name while I play medic for a little bit. It's like a popular medic thing, apparently.
It's getting there. Visitor, how's it going?
I'm cool.
Alright. Well, I guess I have to start out by saying, wow, your team has certainly impressed everyone this season, proving all of the prediction writers completely wrong. The preseason power rankings placed you no higher than about 8th, with Weeble saying that if this team decides to buck up, they will prove to become a very competitive team that could quite possibly shock the league. And shock the league you guys have. You are now placed 2nd, and I'm sure still celebrating after an amazing defeat of #1 favorited Avoided on Gullywash. Now you guys have a 13 win streak, a guaranteed 2nd place going into playoffs, and a lot of heads turned. What do you guys attribute your great successes to this season?
Let's see, I'd personally just say our pickups, or, at the beginning of the season, we weren't really a full team. We still did pretty good, but we were down almost like a scout, and Visitor pretty much sucked at the beginning of the season. So we were pretty much down too, and I was still learning everything, so we were down like 3 there. It was basically just Kermit and Quasi trying to carry us, and Decimate does work too, even in those days. But I just think it's basically everybody on the team does a lot of work.
Yeah, as he said, but at the start of the season we were terrible because, no offense to Mr. Slim, but he wasn't the exact player we were looking for. But with the addition of Shot, who had leadership in Invite and as well as the DM to back his play up, we were truly a good team from that point onwards. But in the end, it was a team effort to get everything together.
Yeah, it helps that we've all been in the, I made the team. It was mostly Kermit that picked everybody out, but when I was looking, I just said, have at least 2 years of experience, and so we don't really have to talk about, our strategies that much. We pretty much all know what to do, and so that coupled with the amazing DM of most of our players, all of our players, that it makes us a really strong team.
Yeah, I mean, that experience really showed on Tuesday when you guys just completely wrecked Avoided shit. I mean, 5-1, guys. I mean, nobody had even taken any more than 3 rounds off Avoided at that point. I'm just completely impressed. Avoided plays such a smart, safe style, but as that game progressed, you guys got into their heads, tore them apart, and towards the end of the game, they just seemed completely desperate to not lose so much face that it looked stupid.
Yeah, I think RR is pretty much the only person on the team who can keep up with us in the DM department. So if they were going to win, they were going to have to count on us playing kind of stupid, because they can only play so smart.
As Eagle said, it's kind of true in the sense that R has a really good DM, but overall it's the our DM that just, as a team, that beat them, not just as one individual player. And going to the game, it wasn't really Avoided bad playing that caused them to lose. It was just their entire team wasn't as coordinated as before against the other IM level teams. But as I said before, we're a stronger DM team, but they're a more coordinated team than us. And in the end, I guess we used our DM to our advantage and won the match.
Yeah, I think that's why we picked up the second half, really, is because we kind of let our DM take over. We were playing really careful the first match. I remember we were up 2-1, and we had mid caps, and Kermit just didn't want to push, even though we had mid caps, because we were up. He was just like, you know what, we're up. Let's make them make a mistake or something. And somehow, even them pushing into mid, they were able to almost wipe us. So we were just playing way too defensively and thinking about it way too much, I think, the first half.
So you guys played Avoided at the very beginning of the season as well. on CP Snakewater, where almost in a mirror you guys lost 5-1. Do you think Avoided has really kept pace with the improvement of the rest of the IM teams? Because looking at their record, it's been slowly and slowly getting closer and closer to even as the season's been going on. Do you think that they really put in the effort needed to take on a team like you guys now at the end of the season?
I don't think the problem's with them. They're improving constantly still, and they had to pick up a new demo, so a team as coordinated as them, it sets them back like a small amount, even though the demos they pick up are really smart. So, but I just think we were really bad at the beginning of the season. We had literally just formed, so, and I know a couple intermediate teams are like that, where they have more room to improve really fast, whereas Avoided was already at a really high level, so they could only improve not quite as fast, I guess.
Yeah, I guess in the end is that I think Avoid has scrimmed a lot more than us the entire season. It's not like they're getting worse. They're a really good team. They're still like the top 10 team in North America right now. But it's just that the fact that the other teams are kind of catching up in the sense that they're becoming more coordinated. And like us, our match against Void, it was actually our second time or third time playing as a team together, so I didn't really expect anything from our team at that point.
Yeah, we'd only scrimmed that map, I think once. We were hoping to play Dead Flag as our warm-up match, but they said they couldn't make it and go ahead and take the forfeit win, so I think we got in like a scrim or something.
I have to say, you guys, for having only played that map once or twice, were really smart about it. I saw a lot of really good decision making, especially from the combo, and Visitor, you just went incredible and picked, Avoided's medic 20 times. It's, just absolutely incredible play from your entire team. So I would not suspect, looking on the outside in, that you guys had not scrimmed very much this season at all.
Yeah, I didn't pick the medic 20 times. I'm not that good yet, but it was really the second half, I think, that sparked the magic for us, because we realized that if we went right side and our demo didn't go choke, it would have been a lot better that way, and turns out we were right, and we just did a lot more than Avoided did as the second half.
Yeah, I just want to... We still lost like 5 out of 6 mids or something, 4 out of 6. But somehow I was able to make it out a bunch of those mids, so our Ubers were even, so they didn't roll us to last at least. But yeah, I do want to give props to Visitor and Decimate and SureShot, who picked the med an unbelievable amount of times. It's not just Kermit's fantastic pocketing that keeps me alive. It's just the big number differences because they were able to get Shrew so many times.
Much earlier in the season, in fact, before the season started, Mustard Overlord had a comment to say about your medic skills. And I quote, "Second, the guys have equals D on medic, a very odd choice, and I don't see him being particularly great at it." I played with you a couple seasons ago on Jones Good Ass Barbecue and TF2 team, and you were my pocket, and I remember you being a very strong pocket. How did you make that switch from pocket to medic, and were there any things that really helped you solidify that position as medic on your team?
I initially made the switch just because I realized I wasn't playing that much, and my DM at Soldier was seemingly getting worse, so... And, medic mostly just takes knowledge of the game, which I have a decent amount of. And, I took that for what it's worth. I don't even remember ever playing with him, so... It's an interesting choice that he would say that. And I honestly, I haven't been playing great as medic, in all seriousness. I do alright, but even that match where Kermit said he felt like he was getting TLR heals, I left him like 2 or 3 plus times, and I think he died as a direct result of that, so even then, there's a bunch of mistakes, but some of them, on the fly, you gotta make the call for your life if you're at, a high Uber percentage. Which sometimes is the wrong call.
Visitor, do you have any comments on equals D's medicing skills?
Yeah, it's been great. Like he said before, Medic's a knowledge-based class. So as the season progressed, I think he just gained more experience. So he matured up a lot more than before he started medicing.
Yeah, absolutely. I did see, a few mistakes here and there, but overwhelmingly very smart medic play from you, Equals.
Thanks. You know what's up, ShdwPuppet. You're an extremely smart medic as well.
Aw, thank you. So, moving away from, the specific match from Tuesday to more post-season plans, you guys are now thrust into the playoff season, rank 2, very respectable, beat avoided, so looking very, very strong. How are you guys handling preparing for the postseason?
Right now, I don't think we're gonna be taking a week break at least because Kermit's on a cruise right now to Bahamas or something like that. But depending on the team we get, I don't think we're gonna need to scrim it that much because our team's really confident at the point that we are gonna beat the other teams that are not top 4 right now. Not saying they're bad, but I think we are a really strong team at the moment.
Yeah, I was feeling the same way. Like I know they might give us some good matches, but we should be able to beat them without too much trouble. As we beat them earlier in the season, and I think we're still progressing faster than they are. So
yeah, I know that from a caster's perspective, I'm going to be trying to do as many of the IM matches as possible because they all promise to be fantastic matches. But I'm especially looking forward to casting you guys because right now I think you are the fan favorites, having taken out Avoided in such a strong showing. I really think that everybody wants to see more of Stay Classy as the postseason progresses.
We're going to try to keep it classy for you guys.
So what is your guys' plan for next season?
We're not really sure yet at the moment because Kermit might be leaving, just quitting TF2 forever after this season due to college, and I'm not sure about the rest of our teams, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll become THPS.
Yeah, dude, that would be depressing if Kermit left. I want to make it to Invite Land so we can wear tuxedos and monocles and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta say, if you guys make it to Invite next season, you are my, fan favorite, just from my perspective, to really bring some noise. I know it's going to be a very difficult ride, but I think if any team right now in Intermediate has the potential to improve to the level of Invite play, I think it'll be you guys. I don't think any other team has really shown me that they can keep pace with improving fast enough to really play to their level.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know how soon me and Visitor are going to hit that skill ceiling.
Yeah, me neither, but in the end, I think the top 4 invite will still be the hardest to crack for any new invite teams out there. So we'll see.
So that wraps it up for my end of things. Do you guys have any shout-outs to anybody?
Yeah, shout-outs to Space Whales, Boomer, for carrying them, and shout-out to R for being the best Asian in the world.
Nice. I want to shout out to SureShot for going undefeated this season so far. Shout out to Quasi for putting up with lack of heals that last match. And shout out to Decimate and Decimate's mom, who's sick. And Decimate still made our match the other day, and I don't think we would have won without him.
That's some strong commitment from Decimate there. Well, this has been Dr. ShdwPuppet sitting down with eXtv and Visitor from Stay Classy. Thanks for joining me, guys, and good luck into the postseason.
Thanks, Shadow.
Thanks.
For Voider right now, eXtv pulling out that needle gun. Of course
Just
very nice. GG 5-1 avoid Stay Classy. I am just in awe of how strong we saw Stay Classy be tonight.
That was a great moment from eXtv there right at the end. Just staying alive, get behind the point, very aggressive medic work. Just kind of one of those moments that if you're not positioned right, you don't take that risk, it's not going to work out. And eXtv, the last man standing,